Welcome to MOT Today. I'm your co-host, Luis Acevedo. With me is Mick. What's going on, Mick?
What's up, guys? I'm Mick Ruggiero, and I think we got a pretty good one for you today. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic evening.
Yeah, for sure. Got a comment here that we'll just answer really quick. Question: opinions on Marxism? Trash. I mean, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, I'm not like an economist, but from what I hear, Marxism is basically like socialism or some form of it or something.
Yeah, it's like the political ideology, the social ideology. Just get rid of classes. Everybody owns everything and everybody's equal. It's all nonsense. So, anyway,
Yeah.
we have an interesting one for you guys today. We're actually going to go a little out of order, but the topics for everybody on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and then we'll be listening to this in the future. We have Don't Be Afraid of the IRS. We got some news for you. We have to correct some things that we posted on a live stream recently. Then the FBI goes after socialists, and the infamous Andrew Tate is banned from Facebook and Instagram. So, Mick, why don't you go into a little bit what's going on with the FBI and the socialist movement that they had persecuted or raided, rather, the other day? Well, it was like last month, I believe, but hasn't really got much attention.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago is what the news reports were saying, and or 2 to 3 weeks ago was the all the articles I could find of it, and I think it was like the African Socialist People's Association or some shit. I'm not sure if you go ahead and look at that. I can't look anything up while we're on here. I had just seen the article today because I was listening to the Jimmy Dore live stream while at work, and someone in the comments said, "Why are you talking about this?" So I looked it up, and it's like this African socialist movement, and I guess they're based out of St. Petersburg, but they have like a large following in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a huge raid in St. Louis where that's where like the founder lives or some shit, and but they like raided like a whole neighborhood. I was trying to find footage of it, but I wasn't successful. I mean, I was just trying to do this while I was at work. But I guess that from what I saw on a news report, they have had a podcast, and I saw the Russian guy was on there, but I think they had also talked with this dude in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But the Russian guy, they're trying to say that he was working with them, and the Russian government was giving them money to help try and get like candidates elected in local elections and shit. Basically, they're trying to say that like this group is associated with like Russian voter fraud, and basically they're just like pushing a narrative against the establishment and against the Ukraine war and shit like that. And they were linked to this guy somehow, and so the FBI raided them and took all their laptops and shit, and they're trying to bust them for some type of treasonous act or something. I had just heard about this today, so I'm not like really prepared for some huge news story, but it was pretty crazy. Yeah. I mean, you checked it out a little bit, didn't you? What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I did. And so it's called the African People's Socialist Party. And they were actually raided in St. Petersburg, it looks like. But yeah, I mean, this group that they were.
Well, there was two different raids.
Yeah. So it looks like one of them was in St. Petersburg.
From what I read, there was a raid and there was something about St. Louis as well. I thought the big raid happened in St. Louis at the founder's house. And in St. Petersburg, there was a woman who's like second in charge there or some shit, and FBI, they came up there trying to say that someone broke into her car, and that's how they got her out of the house, and then they like arrested her and all this shit. I don't know. It's like multi-city sting operation.
Yeah, so they were apparently aligned with this Russian guy who was a part of this anti-globalization movement in Russia. It's like AGMR, something like that. And as Mick already stated, they were suspicious of them committing some kind of voter fraud. They were getting charged with the conspiracy to what was it again? Conspiracy to what?
I'm not really sure, but I know there was some. It wasn't just the voter fraud; they were also trying to get them for like spreading misinformation and like basically just like pushing the like Russian narrative and shit.
Yeah, but the Russian
they
guy
said that they got money from the Russians, and that's what they were trying to get them for.
allegations of conspiracy. Um, yeah, so this Russian dude, IRS is taxing elite. LOL. Yeah. So there's this Russian guy that they got for some kind of conspiracy, because he was tied to this other group that is allegedly trying to take apart or interfere with the U.S. elections, allegedly. And this group, the APSP, they stated that they did not receive any money from them, although they're being alleged to have, as well as the fact that they, sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, that's right. So as well as already Mick said, that Ukraine and Russia, they were against the Ukrainian war with Russia, and these are the reasons why they're alleging they were targeted, and also because they claim that black oppression. That's another reason why, because the FBI don't want to see no black people rise up. Apparently, that's what they say. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with all that.
Yeah, they were pushing. They're like a black culture movement.
Yeah.
And they push against the establishment because there has been a lot of oppression towards them in the past, and so I guess that's something they can rally behind. The dude was kind of based, man. Like the leader, I listened to that long interview, just some of it. I didn't listen to the whole 40 minutes, but he was saying like, we do way more for the community than the local government around here. This is him talking about in St. Louis, where St. Louis had a lot of problems not too long ago, where half the city was burning. And they're like, we built these basketball courts for these kids, and he's like, we just trained 20 doulas because black people don't get fairly treated when they give birth in the hospital, so they're training like 20 doulas and all this shit. I thought you would appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
And, but the thing is, they really hardcore push for reparations, and I don't agree with that. So because that's not going to really solve anything.
No, it's not. I mean, it's just another victim narrative that they're, promoting. It is what it is. There's always going to be people promoting victim narratives, especially when it comes to the political arena. However, he did say some base things. I will give him that. They are doing some base things by, the doulas, as you stated, because they were saying that, which is a fact, that a lot of black babies, they have a higher mortality rate. I tend to think that has a lot to do with, African Americans being more willing to give their children jabs than other cultures. I think that has a lot to do with it. But, he also didn't address the fact that the abortions are usually on the blacks as well. So, but he was pretty based. And I think that there's just a lot of victim consciousness coming out of the guy. But I think he means well. He wants to help out the community overall, it seems. And the FBI is not just targeting right-wingers, targeting the socialist groups as well, which is quite interesting. It's contradicting the narratives that are coming out as of late. Because if the FBI is a tool is a political weapon, well, it looks like both parties can use it politically as their tool. So it's not just the Republicans being targeted, but also the socialists on the left being targeted.
Yeah, it seems like the biggest thing that they didn't like was that they were anti-establishment. Like they had this Russian guy on there. They were pushing against the Ukrainian narrative. I mean, I saw an image of the news, the newscast video of the local news agency where they had the guy on like a podcast or some shit. And I tried to look them up on YouTube real quick with a quick search, and I didn't see anything. Maybe I'll have to look back later. But yeah, that was quite alarming. That it seems like the thing that they were most concerned with was just like the political narrative that they were pushing, and and the whole as far as the voter fraud thing,
right?
I don't know about that, but
yeah, I don't either.
I don't know. I bet all the people that were running were probably, I don't know, maybe more conservative. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but it's definitely being weaponized by both parties. Then we get another comment here. God's pirate, Andrew Tate is banned. Yeah, apparently on Facebook and Instagram. I did follow him on Instagram, and I saw somebody comment that earlier in the live stream that I did this afternoon. And so I checked it out for myself, and yeah, he is banned. That's a fact. I think that it's only going to
because he's a sexist misogynist.
Which, yeah, I'm that too, but for other
but
reasons.
Bill Clinton's still on Instagram and Facebook.
yeah. I mean, that's the world we live in, man. I mean, you have.
And there's pictures of him with underage women on Epstein's Island. I guess he had 26 flights on Epstein's plane. So, I guess that's okay. I guess as long as you don't speak out. Did you know that he's from Romania, Andrew Tate? I guess that's where he lives.
Well, he's not from Romania, but that's where he lives, yeah. He's from America. I think he was from Illinois or Indiana. What about when does...
And in non-related news, but also from Romania is building a new NATO base. Did you know that?
No, I did not. Interesting. So we got a comment here. Nathan Tice has banned for speaking his mind. He's banned for speaking his mind, and the Puffs can't handle it. What about when does he push anti-feminism? I think he pushes anti-feminism by his promiscuity. I mean, being promiscuous is feminist. I mean, it is a feminist movement. I think that the feminist movement is really the anti-feminist movement. So that's why I'm saying that his promiscuity is promoting anti-feminism. Clinton, not Tate. When does he push? Oh, because he, he's an R-worder. And he also is a P word as well. The guy's a creep. This is like known. He's also promiscuous.
So they only pushed him because they only got rid of Tate was because they don't really care about the whole feminism thing. It's just because he's pushing masculinity, and that's just something they don't want.
No, I think it's a lie on the right. Yeah, Benjamin Horowitz, it's not. Anyway, no, he's not pushing masculinity. I don't think he's pushing masculinity. I've seen good and bad in him, but not enough to be banned.
Well, that's what the image appears to be. I mean, that's what he at least thinks he's pushing. I'm just saying maybe that's why they got rid of him as opposed to Bill.
No, I think that the reason they got rid of him,
Bill obviously did worse things.
No, I think it's a strategy to rile people up. I think that Andrew Tate, whether he knows it or not, is working with the Matrix, the Agent Smiths of the world. I don't think that he's helping liberate anybody. So, similar to Alex Jones being banned, Alex Jones being banned only helped his business, pretty much. Now he's in the news every day. Everybody knows his name. He's a household name. Nobody looks at Andrew Jones as a creep. or as a lunatic. I mean, some people do.
Supposedly Andrew Tate's the most popular person on the internet.
He is. And so this is only going to push and elevate Andrew Tate with in the zeitgeist. And I think that I don't think that it's good. I think that it's actually a tactic people are using now to get banned. But he has been banned before, right? He's been banned off of Twitter for like 10 times. So this isn't the first time he's been banned. In his YouTube channel, a lot of his stuff has been banned from there as well. Apparently, there's phases to what they're doing or what he's doing, what his team is doing. The first phase was to essentially blow up. And he's succeeded at that. And so with this blowing up and being everywhere on TikTok while not having a TikTok channel, this was done through people in Hustlers University using his clips and then attaching an affiliate link into their bio. That way people would join Hustlers University after watching the clips. Well, now they're entering phase 2. Don't know what phase 2 is, but apparently there's 3 phases to this plan of Andrew Tate and his whole crew to take over the internet and the world. I mean, Andrew Tate has said that the war room is cooler than the Illuminati, and it's his Illuminati. So essentially, he wants to be the controller in the Matrix, is what it seems to me from what he has said on podcasts. But anyway, I don't think that this banning will do anything to damage him. It's only going to help him. And it's going to make people think that he's promoting something good, which he is saying some true things, but he's not really saying anything that's crazy at all. I mean, the only thing that he's saying crazy, and what I mean by crazy, I mean by like crazy truther. Like, you know, once you start talking about the J words, once you start talking about certain events that have taken place over the course of the past few years, once you start really diving into that kind of stuff, then you're entering in some territory to get banned. He's all powerful and weakling, won't get himself unbanned. Okay, say those words. All right, this dude's a troll. Peace out, dog. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I don't think he's really as popular as they're trying to lead on. I mean, a lot of people don't know who the fuck he is. I didn't know about him until like a month ago, maybe a little longer than that.
Well, I think he's
I saw the
pretty
first
popular.
Video, like 2 months ago of him.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely popular. I mean, he's the most searched man on the internet. He's the most searched person on the internet.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, he has more Google searches than Donald Trump, than Jake Paul, Logan Paul, those guys. So
yeah, I heard that. Then him and Biden. He's got more searches than both the president and the other president.
Yeah. So, I don't know. He's not really saying anything that's that controversial aside from his promotion of promiscuity, which I don't think should be allowed. He takes pride in being a pimp, which I don't think is cool. I don't think anybody really thinks it's cool. I think that young men.
He's the metaverse pimp.
Yeah, I think young men think it's cool because men naturally, I feel, have this desire to have more than one woman. Most men do. And not that that's necessarily wrong.
Everybody thinks being a pimp's cool until it's your mom or your sister getting pimped.
Facts. I mean, that's very true. But there's a lot of
only like young people think being a pimp's cool. Plus, pimps aren't even like I don't know, man. Whenever I was younger, there was like movies and stuff where there was pimps. It was just kind of like funny and shit. Like nobody really thought like being a pimp was cool. And now you get older and you really realize what pimps are. And it's like, nah, that shit's not cool. It's not cool at all.
Yeah, for sure.
There's nothing cool about that.
For sure. You know, like I totally get that. But I think the thing that people really appreciated from him was his ability to say it's okay for men to be non-monogamous. Because I do feel a lot of men have that natural inclination, but that doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean that it should be done. You know, I feel that I've already stated my position on polygamy before, and I think that if we look throughout history, polygamy is used typically as a defense for women who are like widowers. You know, they have a child, they're a single mother, something along those lines, or just somebody who would be left for destitute pretty much. Those are the women who usually are the second, third wives. So it's not like being polygamous in the traditional sense is finding all the beautiful women you can and then trying to just have all the beautiful women. That isn't to say that a single mother, a widower, something along those lines wouldn't be a beautiful woman, but it's not so much looking for that, but just rather you have the resources to take care of another wife, and if you so choose to, you could do that. But I don't think that should be the goal. I think that it's actually bad for society in the long run. I think monogamous societies are way, way more cohesive and better.
Is he even pushing polygamy, or is he just pushing promiscuity? Because it seems like he's
all
not
of it.
Pushing polygamy would be like where you actually have like two wives and you actually take care of them.
All of it.
Yo,
Hey, what's going on?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, what up?
Good.
Howdy.
So I think Andrew Tate getting banned from Facebook and Instagram is bullcrap.
Okay. Why is that?
Like, you think it's fake, or you think it's not right?
I don't think it's right because so there's still Hillary Clinton on there, which y'all know about her with the traffic and stuff, and then there's Tony Lopez caught with minors, Sienna May caught doing the dirty when her dude was asleep and didn't want it. Number 3, Chris, still on Instagram, got caught beating his wife or a girl. I don't know if they were married or not. The Drew Fualo girl, she just body shames constantly, but none of them are banned. And I can just keep going on, but that's just a few. All of them are still on there, but Andrew Tate gets banned.
The only thing I can think of is just he was gaining popularity too quickly. They didn't like his message, or it's rigged and it's just to make him more popular. Maybe I don't know.
I tend to think that it could be that they didn't like the messaging because a lot of the social media people, they're extreme lefties, and they're going to be very offended by the stuff that he said. While I do think that some of the stuff that he says is outrageous, I've already listed those things, you know, promoting pimping, promiscuity, saying that you believe in the idea of God but not actually God, saying that people that actually believe in Christianity and Islam are primitive barbarians. Those kind of things I strongly disagree with. And I think that he isn't really promoting good masculinity for men. I like the fact that he teaches men to be disciplined, to work hard, you know, but the focus on getting rich, the focus on material items, the focus on having a bunch of women is, I think, a bad message to push. Now, he does state that if you want to have a monogamous relationship, that's okay, but you need to play the field before you can be monogamous. And I don't agree with that necessarily. I don't believe that one must be promiscuous in order to have a successful monogamous relationship. I think that that's a degenerate way of thinking. And so I think that his message overall probably inadvertently helped him, and he knew that it would help him. And so he probably played the system in some way. And a lot of people did just ban him, did come together to ban him. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I know I said earlier it could have been some orchestrated stuff. I don't really know. I don't really care. I think it's going to help him out tremendously, though.
Here's one of the things that I agree with him on, which
we lost you.
A lot who even like they don't agree with him on. But I feel like if you're, can you hear me?
Yep.
We can now.
Hello?
Yes.
We can hear you now.
All right, so a thing that I agree. All right, so a thing that I agree with Andrew Tate, which a lot of Andrew Tate fans don't agree on, is if your girl starts a OF, you should get some of the cut. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean,
If
look,
she
here's
starts
one.
OF, man, nah, dude, that shit's whack. You don't want your girl showing off her goods to everyone else, man. You should be man enough to support her. She doesn't have to do that shit.
That's the point. That's exactly why I say if she ever did start one, I think I should get some of the cut, because I think that's the reason why he's saying it too, because you wouldn't
if she ever starts it, you need to cut her off, bro. Cut her off, bro.
Facts.
That's nasty. She can go pay someone else's bills with that trash money.
I get what you're saying, though. I get it. I agree with Mick. You should just probably cut that chick off. But I am sympathetic to what you're saying. Like, it does make sense what he says. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff that makes sense. I just disagree entirely with the lifestyle. So, like, if your girlfriend is going to do an OF, show off the goods, and those goods are yours, therefore you should get a cut of her exposing her goods because they're yours. I do agree with that. However, I agree with Mick more that you should not have your girl do that. And if your girl does do that, cut her off.
So.
Yeah, there's plenty of trashy women out there who can fill that role, baby. You don't need to do that. That's what I be saying.
Yeah, but pretty much we agree on that. That's really all I wanted to talk about. So you have a good one.
Right on. You too, man.
Peace, bro. Thanks for coming on.
All right. So then we got really you liked an ARM IRS. Thank you for bringing that up. So everybody talking about the IRS in the comment section. Let's clear some things up. So the other day on a live stream, I showed you a video of what were, I thought, IRS agents training. There was an obese guy, a dude in a wheelchair, a bunch of women with fake prop guns doing drills, pretending to arrest people. And well, come to find out, those were old videos, like 2017, and they were a part of this Adrian Project. The Adrian Project is where the IRS goes to university and high schools to show and do a one-day simulation of what it is like to be an IRS criminal investigator. So this IRS has had guns for a long time, guys. Years. We're talking like 20 years. Probably longer. They have had a criminal investigation unit for years. So this is nothing new. So as I've stated from the beginning, this is a fear-mongering by the right to get you fearful of the IRS for no reason whatsoever. Pay your damn taxes. Don't try to cheat the system. If you think taxes are unconstitutional, well, then you better be ready to lawyer up and you better be ready to defend yourself because they will, come after you. And we can debate whether taxes are constitutional or not. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I like the vibe of that. I do. But if you're going to be one of those guys, just know you got a world of hell coming your way. Like, they're not just going to let you not pay taxes. That's insane. Because if that starts happening and nobody pays their taxes, well, then where the fuck does the government go, guys? Where does it go?
And I think not liking the IRS and taxes is pretty fucking American. It's got to be one of the most American things. So that's very understandable if you don't like taxes. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the shit, run for office and try and change something, man. The IRS ain't going nowhere. Same with the FBI and all these other alphabet,
Right.
Agencies.
Right. I agree with
Make sure you guys tap the screen.
Mach 5.
We got 5 likes. It's ridiculous. Tap the screen, y'all. Give us some love.
Mach 5. Government has a constitutional right to levy taxes. Yeah, they do. Give to Caesar's what is Caesar's. No, stupid one. This is a lot of new for the IRS. Yes, they have had this before, but not this big coming. Graham W., I guarantee you, you had no fucking clue about the Adrian Project. I guarantee you had no clue that those videos were from 2017. And you'll probably lie and say that you did, but I bet you $100 you did not know anything about it. And you're just saying that it's a big deal because they're getting $79 billion over the course of 10 years. Little do you know that the IRS is short-staffed like a mofo. They were underfunded. Like, dude, people are still not receiving their 2021 tax returns. All right? There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues in the IRS.
Yeah, they could just simplify the tax code instead of have to hire 80,000 IRS agents, but that's not the way the government works, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I would be for a simpler tax code. I like the idea of a flat tax. I think that would be cool. But unfortunately, we don't really write the tax laws.
The government isn't in the business of making things simpler.
I don't know about that.
They keep passing laws and they never get rid of it.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that it really just depends on who's in the government. I think the government is an institution that is typically for good, but then it can become corrupted by the people within it.
I mean, every single administration we have, they're always like, what law can I pass? They're always like, I passed this law. And there's more, it's just like more and more and more laws. That's like their great achievement. We passed all these laws. Like, when are we going to start getting rid of some of the bullshit laws? Like, when are they going to start, like, fixing some shit just instead of adding more and more paperwork to the problems?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I totally get where you're coming from. And
that's why, like, people don't even know what the fuck the laws are half the time. There's so many laws, people don't even know half the time, like, if they're following the laws.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it.
And then, whenever elections happen, people don't even know when the fuck the elections happen half the time. There was an Ohio election just a few weeks ago, Louise. I'm sure you heard of it. But it was a special election, because we were having all those issues with them redrawing the maps. I didn't know about the shit until the day it happened.
Yeah,
I'm like, shit, I can't go do it. I got to go to work.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's an election going on right now in Ohio for Mike, the governor.
Just maybe 2 weeks ago, there was a special election because they were having problems with the maps, and so they had to delay some of the elections. But yeah, there's probably more going on. Is there? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I think that I think there's a gubernatorial race going on right now. I'm checking right now.
So did you make the MOT Ohio? I heard you talking about that on the live stream earlier.
Yeah, I did. It is on there. Tape needed to be banned. Why do you think that?
Up.
Yeah, it's MOT_Ohio.
Okay, underscore. See, I just typed in MOT Ohio and I didn't see anything, so I have to look that up.
Gotcha. I think there's an election going on for the gubernatorial. I'm trying to find it right now because on Twitter.
Will you be banned? Will we be banned? Well, we're always banned. So, yeah, we are currently shadow banned.
For TikTok posts, but apparently not for lives. Huh.
Yeah, the lives seem to do well. The posts just aren't doing that well, but it's all right. We'll just keep pushing on, and the YouTube channel is growing well. So if you guys, want to support us, go to the MOT Media on YouTube, give us a like or a subscribe. All of our stuff goes there as well.
Let's see.
Tate needed to be banned. Hey, Maddie, what about Bill Clinton? He's got all these pictures with him on the island with the underage girls and all the flight logs of him. He's still on there. That's what we're trying to say is why is it okay for him to get banned, but then all these other people, like our former guest we just had on was saying Chris Brown was beating Rihanna with an umbrella. He's still on there. But Mr. Tate says some things that they don't like, and he gets taken off. Like, I guess it's okay to beat women with an umbrella, but you just can't say something bad about women. Like, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths.
Yeah. So it looks like Ohio, the gubernatorial election is November 8th.
Okay.
So it's building up.
But there was just like 2 weeks ago, there was a special election.
Yeah.
Because of the issues we were having here.
Right. So, yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. That's pretty much all that we were going to cover tonight, and that's all that I can really think of. I know today's been a lackluster episode. I'm kind of tired. I can't really say it's been that busy a day for me. It's just a lot is going on in our lives right now. We got the baby coming in 2 weeks. We just got 2 cars. Got some other big changes coming in our lives that we're preparing for. So it's just, it's just one of those days, man. It's been like that for us for the past couple of weeks, actually. But yeah, so I apologize for the lackluster episode.
We can go ahead and, Yeah, we can go ahead and end it. Then we'll just save up our juices for Tuesday. Tuesday will be a good,
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to be Monday. I'm going to start the MOT Ohio. Over the weekend. I'm going to do a bunch of homework on Ohio politics, Ohio news, because I haven't been keeping up to date with it too much. So there's a lot that I just have to refresh on, and then I'll be starting posting on TikTok, growing that page up as well, and then growing this page, growing the MOT Today. Zachary's going to be taking over the MOT Sports. I think I'm just going to have him start his own YouTube channel as well for MOT Sports. I think that his YouTube channel will grow pretty fast because he's consistently hitting almost 1,000 views on YouTube Shorts, so I think that he can do quite well.
Yeah, the sports seems to be pretty. They like the algorithm seems to really like the sports over on YouTube. There's like no controversy and shit, so they just I don't know.
Yeah, but that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Hopefully, come Monday, come Tuesday, we're gonna bring the fire. Bring some more content. But yeah, that's about it. So subscribe to everything MOT Media.
No, hopefully, Louise. We will.
There you go.
Okay,
I like that attitude.
Bring the fire.
There we go. MOT Media. Follow us everywhere. MOT Today 1, MOT News, MOT_Ohio. If you're interested in staying up to date in Ohio political news and state news. MOT Sports for all the sports content. So check us out everywhere. Much love. Peace.